Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. Product obsession and talent management are the two areas both GroupM and Publicis Media India will focus on in 2017, says CVL Srinivas, CEO GroupM South Asia, and Anupriya Acharya, CEO Publicis Media India, respectively, as their conversation on predictions for 2017 continues. Let's take a look.
Anupriya, tell me, if you look back, you were sitting in your office in September, and you said these are the areas I'm going to focus on in 2017. By the time November 8th came, there was a new sort of focus. So tell me, what are the areas you're going to focus on this year? I mean, the beginning of this year for the moment. We'll worry about the whole year later. Okay. So what keeps you busy and awake now?
Pretty much our areas of focus continue to be the same.
Right.
Which is product obsession. And talent.
Right.
And why I say that, it's a little larger discussion than just demonetization.
Sure.
If we look at the entire disruption which has been created in the marketplace across the world, and that India is no exception. And hence overall we keep talking about the consumer journeys and the data trails which are being left behind. So the complexity of the marketplace is only increasing. Then we have had recently also the renewed focus on measurement. And the efficacy of that measurement, the presence of that or the absence of that, relevance of that. So those are also again new themes emerging, or recent themes emerging. The third one, of course, also being like, on one hand, I mean, almost every major group, and if you look at the trends, we find that digital is sort of one which is accelerating the overall growth of the FX market for quite some time, globally as well as locally. And on the other hand, the emerging themes again are also coming as a paradox in terms of some of the major global marketers really questioning the role of digital, especially in the brand building front.
Srini, this any tough time, I'm not talking about demonetization, any tough time, we've seen it happen, 2000, the Lehman Brothers scam, we saw it happen when, maybe when Web 1.0 collapsed and so on. Marketers start asking a lot more questions before they spend money. So, and she brought up the importance of measurement.
Yeah.
Now, how much time are your managers going to spend with clients on talking about measurement and efficiency compared to last year? I mean, your business is measurement and efficiency anyway,
right?
But that will get heightened in 2017.
Yeah, I think measurement has always been a very important ingredient of the value chain as far as media agencies are concerned. But like you said, yeah, it's getting more importance, more prominence, and I think it's actually moving up a notch higher. Earlier, if you were measuring, let's say, individual activities or individual media or individual campaigns, today you're trying to see how do you kind of measure at a slightly more macro level. How can you measure marketing investment across different elements of the marketing mix and link that back to business results, and then try and make your marketing investment a lot more objective, accountable in that sense. So I think that's the journey as far as measurement is concerned. And at a more granular level, you're looking at systems like whether it's BARC, whether it's BARC getting into digital, or ABC getting into digital measurement as well. Then you'll have the new IRS which is coming in today. So we're also trying to see, working with industry bodies, how do you maybe simplify some of that ecosystem where we can have individual measurement verticals. You also need at some level industry-wide study or an establishment study which is common across media, so that we all kind of use the same set of numbers. So I think there's a lot of work which is happening there, with the industry bodies, and I think at an agency level there's also this whole attempt to try and make, like I said, measurement more effective at a macro level, at a marketing investment level.
Last week I spoke to Kunal Jaswani and Joseph George, and Joe came up with something very interesting, saying that marketers are very tired of these hundreds of meetings over one problem, which he's having. Because there's so many stakeholders, so many vendors, so many partners. And he's saying that the tantalizing hints of wanting to go back to a full service agency. Now, you guys, both of you, I mean, the media agency business has also increased its offering, getting into digital, social, content, and so on and so forth. So what is your content play for 2017. I mean, in the sense, like you said, there have been many disruptions last year.
Right.
Demonetization is only one of them.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
Right.
it's not as if that was the only disruption. So, so your content side and your digital social side, what will your focus be?
Yeah, I mean, again, content, there are various aspects to content, right? One is, of course, the traditional advertising content as we know it, which I think will remain the domain of the creative agencies. I don't think we have the expertise or the inclination to get into that space. Then there is content which can be generated, by virtue of being on a certain platform or a certain medium, which, I mean, could either be crowdsourced or it could be kind of created by working with the media partner, basis certain, let's say, insights that you get, or branded content as it's called. So that's the area, let's say, most media agencies have gotten to and are working on that. I think the key thing is to, work with an open source kind of a mindset today, because like you said, I mean, collaboration is key. Whether you like it or not, we have to simplify lives for our clients. As it is, there's so much of chaos in their lives, and most of the big advertisers today work with, I guess, 25 to 30 different agencies, if you look at agencies across the spectrum.
I'm going to end asking you about the same question. Now, part of the uncertainty of the last couple of months has been young people, working in your companies and marketing companies, and they want to know the answer because it helps them understand their increment, whether they have a job. So, a young person watching the show, say 25, 28-year-old kid, and you got to tell him whether 2017 is going to be a good, bad, average year.
No, for any young person watching the show, and I hope there are lots of them, because there are youngsters like us on it, my pitch would be, come and join a media agency. I think that's the most happening industry today. I think there's like I said, we're sitting in a very unique position. I don't think there's any panic at all, at least speaking for myself. I'm sure Anupriya will say the same. In fact, this is the year where not only are we going to probably hire more than last year, but we're also diversifying our talent mix. All of us are adding a lot more people on the data side, adding a lot more people on the content creative side. So our doors are open.
Yes, Anupriya.
I totally agree. Never a more interesting time to join this industry.
Thank you so much, and have a fantastic 2017. I love starting the year on a positive note. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go Cheese has launched new flavors of their cheese, and along with that, they have also launched a new campaign. In this campaign, stand-up comedian Veer Das tells us the story behind every new flavor that they have come up with. Let's take a look.
एक गधेड़ा, एक गाय मेरे को बोला आई एम प्रेग्नेंट, खाटू खाउच, 25 I gave her achar. दिखरा, forget the fees, I got achari cheese.
और भला कैसे बना होगा ये अनबिलीवेबल अचारी चीज?
Go cheese, make it amazing, Dikra.
3 years back, we launched this entire theme of Make It Amazing, under which we have been promoting Go Cheese very heavily. As a part of this extension of this promotion of Make It Amazing, when we launched this product of Spice Up with 5 different flavors, we said we want to bring alive the entire thought of Ab kaise bana hoga ye cheese. And that's what the entire communication is about. The idea of getting someone who is really quirky in terms of his communication and has a larger audience which sort of gels with the person was decided when we were doing the first initial consumer research on these 4 flavors, and while the work was under progress. At that stage itself, we were thinking of getting someone who is really quirky, as I said, and Veer Das comes as a natural person who has a large young urban following, and that's our primary TG to whom we want to address with this product range.
ये unbelievable Szechuan cheese.
Go cheese, make it amazing.
From choosing your favorite flavor of cheese to choosing the right life insurance policy. Do it yourself and do not depend on others to choose it for you, says Aegon Life through a very interesting campaign created by DDB Mudra. Let's take a look at this exclusive preview of their new TVC.
Volunteer.
अरे do it ना, just do it. कुछ होगा ही नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, nothing will happen.
ये ना सब नजरों का धोखा होता है. Trust me.
Jana.
Be it protection in life or in insurance, letting others decide for you is a risk. Log on to aegonlife.com and choose the right policy for you.
Now I decide what's best to protect my future.
As a kid, I always wondered how do magicians put the body parts in place after the magic show is over. Thank God I didn't take such a risk as the protagonist in this film. But what made Aegon Life choose this idea to narrate their pitch? Martin de Jong, Chief Digital Officer, Aegon Life Insurance, will speak to us next week about the insight behind this campaign. For now, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back same time next week. See you soon.